Good morning. So today, in our series of 4 mistakes that parents make that fuel tantrums, in this week's episode, it's giving in. So, giving into a tantrum, I think that implements if you have rules, like if you're giving in to a child's tantrum because they don't want to stop doing something because you made some kind of rule that they shouldn't be doing it at a specific time or whatever. I guess giving in would not be the answer because you want to stick to those rules. But in our house, we don't have rules. We parent very differently from the mainstream way of parenting. We don't have rules in our house. We give our kids the freedom. They want to do whatever they want. And surprisingly, that has worked out so well because when you give kids freedom to do what they want to do, they will do the right things. I mean, if Gideon wants to sit and watch Blippi, I will let him sit and watch Blippi, and he doesn't sit there and watch it all day. He'll sit there and watch it for as long as he wants to, and then he'll go play or he'll do something else. I find that when we stick rules on our children, they want to rebel against them. They want to break those rules. I know when I was a kid, I was a rule breaker, especially in school. I did not want to go. I was always against the rules at school. I remember one rule in particular where we could not wear Marilyn Manson shirts at school. So I literally went in the next day and wore my Marilyn Manson shirt. And I got put in ISS. I remember that. But yeah, I was such a rebellious rule breaker. I did not like rules. I don't really think anybody likes rules. Why? Rules were just put in place because of our schooling, I think. But we're unschoolers, so we don't school our children either. But giving in, I guess if you're dead set on having rules in your house, I would stick to them. Because if you don't, then the children are going to see you as weak and they're going to walk all over you, I guess. But if you absolutely have to have rules in your house, don't give in, of course, but that's not how I would do it. You can tell I'm against rules, but if you absolutely have to have rules, don't give in. Yeah, that would be the way to go. And that's about it, I think. And next week would be the third mistake that parents make, and that's losing it with your children. So that'll be a fun one to do. Tantrums, all they are is just high emotions that the children are trying to work through. And the best thing to do during a tantrum is just to understand. And of course, if you're not going to give in, you can tell them, I understand you want to play your video game for a little while longer, but you know the rule, you have to turn it off at this time. So you can play it again tomorrow or something like that. But for me, I just let him get in. If he wanted to play video game, he doesn't like to play video games. We're trying to get him interested in video games right now, but he doesn't seem very interested. We've played Mario Kart with him. He's watched us play it. He seems kind of interested in it, but he's not wanting to play it by himself, so maybe someday. I know it's good hand and eye coordination from what I've heard, but maybe someday he'll want to play. He's just, the only thing that he likes to do with screen time is watch Blippi, so that's about it for him. But yeah, I just let him do what he wants, and surprisingly, they do want to make good choices for themselves. When it comes to trying to control them and put the rules on them, that's when they want to rebel. It's kind of unnatural for them. It's unnatural for us to be restricted and controlled. But when children are given the freedom, they actually do want to make good choices for themselves. And you can talk with them, you can talk with them like you would any other person. They're not like things that become humans. They're humans now, and they want to be treated the same way you want to be treated. So think about that the next time you want to set a rule or, try to control them. And that's about it on this one. And if you like this content, hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want to learn a lot of tools and tips that I've learned in my respectful, positive parenting journey. There is a link in the description below for a free course. This course is pretty awesome. It's great for like busy moms who have no time, because she's got these short modules you can watch and really implement them into your daily routine, and it's an amazing course. Check it out in the description below. And until next week, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.